Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be looking at a deck with new Volco and some ideas I've had with other decks that he could be good in. If you like the video and are new, please consider subscribing and following my Twitch channel. If you have any questions on the video, please leave a comment or join my Discord where we can answer your questions there. There's also a lot of cool decks there as well that I found on the ladder or just ones that I've come up with. Alright, that's my self-promotion. Let's get into the video. Alright, so first up is Crossbow Dudes. If you looked at my deck before, it was pretty expensive, so I need a cheap unit that can take bridges, and Crossbow Dudes can also hit air and follow up on my pushes. Armored Strats are really strong and are pretty good at helping you take care of slow attacking units. They have a decent amount of health and are resistant to most forms of removal. And on top of that, you're able to take both bridges with them, which bridge control is something that this deck really struggles with. Frost Feathers are really great with this deck because they give you another form of anti-air, as well as being able to apply a slow and having a decent amount of damage for a 3-mana flying minion. Sniper Scrat is really valuable at taking out different air units that would be hard to take out otherwise, such as like Harbinger, ATG Drone, and the Dragon Whelps. Magma Cannon is one of my favorite cards in this deck. It has a lot of health, really great damage, and it allows you to reliably kill a lot of different air units like Harbingers. Are you starting to notice a theme? Wheel of Doom is the next card. I love Wheel of Doom. It can get so much value for its cost that it's really worth it, you know? But if you don't have Wheel of Doom, Fireball's fine. Fireball is actually better in some circumstances, such as like if you have a push going, Wheel of Doom's kind of hard to help with the push. Wheel of Doom's better for just like reacting to them coming across to you, because you can't go through your own units with Wheel of Doom. But yeah. Whirly Scrat is always an awesome card, but once he gets the Rage from Volco, he turns into a monster. I mean, look at those arms. Oh. This little monster right here is perfect for this type of deck, because it's able to reliably kill both air and ground units with its stealth, and once it gets Rage, it's able to kill most things in one shot, which it can pick up the Rage because it's a melee unit that flies, and when it bites things on the ground, they can't hit it because... So with the new buff to Reckonator, he is super strong, especially with this type of deck. Once Reckonator is able to get Rage, he just melts everything in front of him. And then once he gets to self-destruct, the self-destruct damage also scales with his Rage. It does 300 damage normally, but once you get Rage, which makes it do 450 damage, and then once it gets Berserker's Rage, you guessed it, 600, because that's how math works. And 600, as you know, is a large number. So Daddy Fanduel here is honestly the best card in this deck once he gets Rage. With the Rage, it makes it to where he can plow his long shaft through most enemies. Legionnaires stop him before he gets Rage, but after he gets Rage, he just goes right through them. And if you pay attention to when your opponent plays cards that can stop him, and then they play all the cards that can stop him, they're able to play him for free, and he's just able to charge all the way to their Master's Tower, and you'll be surprised how much damage he's actually able to do. So that's the deck. I'm going to talk about other units that I think are going to be really good with Volco. After that, I'll do gameplay, so if you don't want to listen to me talk about units that could be good with him, then go ahead and skip that, I guess. So other cards that I tried with this deck that did work, but I liked this version more, were Incubus, Rammer, Living Statue, Cleaver, and Prowler. We'll start with Incubus. This man gets insane once he gets Rage. He's able to just teleport across the whole field, destroying everything. The reason I'm not running him is because I was really struggling with bridge control and the high cost of this deck. But for other decks that utilize different things, I really feel like Incubus is kind of like a must include, because he's a counter to ranged units and groups of units. Rammer is another card that I tried with this deck, but I replaced Rammer with Lord Fanruel. Even though Rammer is more attractive, I really feel like Lord Fanruel provides more to the deck, which in the end is kind of what I was going for. I really think Living Statue is really good with Volco, but the problem with him is he doesn't reach the enemy's tower all the time. So a lot of times the Rage means absolutely nothing on him, because if he doesn't get a hit, then what was the point of him even having Rage? But I do think he is a strong card with Volco. I had Cleaver in the deck for a while, but I took him out because the other cards I was able to include the legendary specifically, provided more value than Cleaver does in the deck. But do not underestimate Cleaver with Rage. That is a big boy. Big boy. Prowler's another unit that I really liked. He's awesome once he gets Rage, but the reason I didn't include him is because Shadow Whelp kind of has his same effect, but is flying and can hit air. But they do serve kind of different purposes, I know, but still. So that's where I'm going to leave it about me talking about different minions. I don't want it to be super long because I don't know how much y'all actually care about that. I just wanted to give y'all other options that you could put in the deck in case y'all didn't have the cards that I do. So I'm going to get on to the gameplay and show y'all how I played this deck. So I'm waiting to see what my opponent does. Playing first isn't normally the way to go. A Flame Imp gets countered by flying units. Look at them go. And then the Frost Feathers just die, but we don't pay attention to that. I want to Wheel of Doom those top lane minions before they get to the bridge, so I keep the bridge. I found that Reckonator is better as a reactive card. See, if I would have played him there, he would have just gotten killed to a Harbinger. So I normally play him to kill some things on my side of the field before he moves to the enemy side. So what I did right there could have been a misplay, depending on how many different air units my opponent has, because I pretty much just played every single unit that I have that hits air, so I would have to cycle through my entire deck to get back to that. But thankfully Magma Cannon's a freaking beast. In case you're wondering, 2 Armored Scrats do not beat 3 Swarmers. I haven't really seen anything besides this warrior that can stop my Lord Fanrel, so I'm going to go ahead and play him, and he's able to just get on their base. So my opponent was saving up for Harbinger, so he didn't react to my Lord Fanrel, so he was just able to get a ton of damage done. And then a Rage Dragon Whelp will be able to take out the Harbinger pretty easily. I want to play the Magma Cannon forward as much as I can, so that he can help take out minions that are coming across the bridges, such as that Flame Imp. See, look at that, I'm so smart. Yeah, this game I was pretty much able to just counter everything my opponent played, and it just kind of worked out. Alright, so here's the next game. Starting with the Succubus is very ambitious of my opponent, so yeah, I'm just kind of able to kill it and it doesn't really get anything done, and then I'm able to take both the bridges. Reckonator doing his best, taking out that elite swarmer. Look at him go. And then he just gets smacked in the face by a blue golem. But we don't talk about that. My plan for the blue golem is letting him get as far across the bridge as I can, and then playing the Shadow Whelp. That's why I played the Shadow Whelp farther back, so that he could have more time to get to my side of the field, and my opponent has less time to react to my Shadow Whelp. So I just see a stent. Lord Fanrel can charge through that. If I would have waited half a second, I could have gotten rage on him, but I didn't. Frost Feathers is really good against all that, but then I realized that it was a fake one, so I just killed all my Frost Feathers. I probably didn't need to have the Worthy Scrat tank that shot for me, but I did anyways, and yeah, I'm sure he really appreciated it. I don't have a ton in my hand currently that I can take out Defensive Chopper, so I was just going to play Lord Fandral bottom. And I didn't know right there if Lord Fandral could go through a Succubus before he had Rage, but I learned that. So he was able to get a lot done, as you saw. But Reckonator is just left to his own devices top lane. He's getting that damage done. Look at him go. Oh. $20 building cards? How about that? Am I the best person in this entire game? I wanted Armored Scrats to take both bridges, but I played them wrong, so that's what you get. I figured since he had Berserker's Rage, he'd be able to get through the Defensive Chopper pretty easily, and I was right. But then he just got killed by a blue golem, so, you know, checks and balances. All is right in the world. That expert placement on the Wheel of Doom where I was able to kill the Succubus and get core damage. I know. I surprise myself sometimes. So I made the same exact mistake I made before with the Succubus and Lord Fandral, but I did it again because I wanted to give my opponent a chance. Because I'm just a nice guy. I'm knowing I'm going to end it here, so I Wheel of Doomed the Scratch just to get them to the base that much faster and do the base damage. And I was able to close it out. Here we are back at it, waiting for my opponent to play a card. Pick a card, any card. Okay, that's dumb. Don't say that. Worthy Scrat kicks the shit out of that guy. And then they steal him. And so I'm like, oh snap, that's not gonna be good. But don't worry, brother on brother, whelp on Scrad. Shadow Whelp's able to get a good amount of damage done there. My Scrat takes one for the team. I'm able to get Stixie. And then he's running Black Hole, which I'm super happy about because I love that card and I think it needs more play. My idea here is to play the Armored Scrats, get the Stun Lancers to target them, and then whatever that card is called kills them. Reckonator, nailed it. In case you were wondering, crossbow dudes do not take out a ghost in time. The main reason I wanted to show this game is because of, well, the ghosts, and showing how to deal with ghosts with this type of deck, where most of my damage and pressure comes from big units. And this guy is running at 3 ghosts, so I don't know if you'll be encountering any more ghosts than this guy has ghost. I'm not really expecting a ghost here, but I'm wrong. It's a good Wheel of Doom bot lane. Big boy value. That was a 10 mana worth Wheel of Doom for 4 mana. Stonks. So I knew that he would play Ghost there, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna counter the Ghost. And then I just don't. So that was really cool. Frost Feather on Frost Feather. Brother, why? Look at Shadow Elb go there. Oh boy. He almost got the hit off though. Not quite. I'm proud of him though. By the way, Lord Fanduel can charge right through Stun Lancers. And Sniper Scrat, able to take out the ghost that time. What a boy. I was like, haha, the fool. Reckonator will just kill Stixie. And then, well, you know. Put that explosion on him though. Then I send in the Stealth Operative. Good job. Good work, Trooper. Alright everyone, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitch if you want to see me play more, and join the Discord if you have any questions. Thanks, and